Your brain's job is not to keep you happy, but to keep you safe and away from pain. And I want to share this information to help you understand the difference. Okay, so I want you to think of the old days, the beginning of humanity, humans, the caveman. So think of caveman and think of how humans were designed that, it's like if they're hunting and there's a tiger in front of them, when the brain kicks in and say danger. Okay, so stay away from tigers. Don't go and speak to or pet a tiger, right? It's dangerous. So the brain's job at that time is to keep the human safe from being devoured by the tiger, right? So it's designed to keep you away from pain and to keep you safe. That's it, right? It is absolutely not the brain's job to keep you happy. And I'm putting so much emphasis on this because when you understand the difference, okay, you understand that, start understanding the subconscious role that when we are little, we go through things, and it doesn't have to be tragic, traumatic. It's about the interpretation, and everybody has a different interpretation. Okay, so if you have siblings or if you have multiple children, you understand how they're different from each other. Some children are very, 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 very sensitive. Others, they could care less. They blow everything off. So it depends on the interpretation of the situation, of the event. And when we experience multiple of these events, that we go into shock and we are hurt, the brain's job immediately, okay, is to give you a program to keep you safe, so you don't experience that pain ever again, right? So for example, I'm going to give you one of my personal programs that I used to have running through the subconscious in my background. So I didn't have this awareness until I received hypnosis and I get to see. So until I started working on myself, I had to do a lot of work on myself before I was ready to help others. I was presenting 4 issues a month, okay? So I had to peel my onion. And one of the first issue was public speaking. I knew that I had to overcome it in order to be able to do videos like this, in order to be able to do speeches, and in order to be able to move forward and not stay small, okay? To step into my power and live into my full potential. So when I received hypnosis and I realized why I had this block, that if I go speak in public, I would have a heart attack, right? Same like when I was young, and like I always loved being part of school plays, but I was always behind the scenes, being in charge of the curtain, but never, ever, ever on stage. Because again, I had that fear, I'm gonna die as soon as I go on stage. And when I got hypnosis, I get to see why. And the reason behind it was because when I was little in school, like around 6, I raised my hand to answer the teacher and everybody laughed at me. Now, it wasn't a tragedy per se, no. And it's super, super common. Sorry, the sun keeps getting. However, at the time, I got embarrassed, so I got hurt, and the brain developed a program saying, if you speak in public ever again, it's going to be traumatic and you're going to get hurt. So do not speak in public. Don't put yourself in public. It's painful. And I have multiple of those events, not just one. I get to go back to 3 scenes and they were very similar. I was put on the spotlight by shock, unexpected. So I didn't like it. And I developed that subconscious program when I was 6. Well, guess what? I grew up as an adult with the same program from when I was 6. Well, now I'm an adult. Oh no, I'm doing this work. I'm in my 40s, and it was stopping me. So the program that kept me safe when I was 6, because the brain was doing its job, it was age appropriate and it was helpful. However, it was hurting me as an adult in my 40s, right? It was keeping me small. So I had to see it, identify it through hypnosis, because hypnosis gets you connected with your subconscious. Then I was able to get a new program with an upgrade, with a neuro-linguistic programming, okay? Then I was able to overcome it. So the point of this information is, the point for me doing this video is to show you, to share with you, to teach you that the brain's job is not to make you happy, okay? So if you are stuck in a loop, if you know you have a problem, most people have multiple issues, addictions or image, self-confidence, self-esteem, relationship issues with their partners, children, parents, work, abundance issues, poverty mindsets. I could go on, right? Weight issues, physical, autoimmune disease, cancer. They're dealing with multiple. So, and you know that you feel that you've got so much potential and that you could do so much better, but you just keep going in circles. You keep attracting the same people. You keep attracting the same issues. It's because you've got these subconscious programs running on autopilot behind the scenes. So number one is self-awareness. Being self-aware, that is like, okay, I have an addiction. Okay, I have an issue that is keeping me from reaching my full potential. It's keeping me small, and I need to do something about it. And you most likely tried multiple things, because my typical client is someone who's been in therapy for a very long time. I mean, I've worked with young adults in their 20s that have been in therapy since they were 5 and 10 years old, and even like older people that have been in therapy their whole life, and they tried everything and they just kept going in circles. And that's when they start, they feel desperate, they hit rock bottom, and they start looking for alternatives. So thank God people are being more mindful and researching and looking into alternative, okay? Not just hypnosis, there's multiple of alternative options out there. So you just have to find what you resonate with. You got to find the right mentor, whoever you connect, because it's really, really important. So back to your brain. The other important information that you need to know is that your brain does not like change. Why? Because your brain, when acquire these programs for you to keep you safe, and then what you're deciding to that they don't serve you anymore. So your brain will fight you, okay? Your brain will resist change. Your brain wants you to stay in your comfort zone. Does not like change. So during the sessions, part of my work is to prove the brain, that look, you had the power to acquire these programs to keep you safe when you were age appropriate, 2 years old. However, this is no longer serving, and this is what I need now. And the brain needs knowledge to make sense, okay? The brain cannot have missing pieces of the puzzle. The brain needs the big picture, needs knowledge, needs proof, and we provide that, and we give the brain an update with a new program that now is working for you. So it's helping you to get where you want to be. So back to the brain doesn't like change. I always tell, when I have consultation and I'm speaking with clients, I always tell them, having self-awareness, knowing that they have an issue, and that they need help. And taking the first step by reaching out, making this decision to invest in themselves, time, money, and energy, and believing, right? Believing is like, okay, we can do this. It's 50% of the work is already done. It's always the hardest. Taking the first step is always, always the hardest. So deciding for yourself, yes, I have an issue, so identify it, self-awareness, and then I have to do something about it, because the meaning of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Einstein said this, not me. So if you have the awareness that you have an issue, you have a problem, whether it's physical pain or poverty mindset or attracting the same partner is just in a different shape and form, you're attracting the same problems, okay? You're attracting the same patterns. That's what I'm looking for, the same patterns. It's because you're stuck in these patterns. You're stuck in a loop in these patterns. In order to get yourself unstuck, you have to do something different. In order to have something different, you gotta have courage and brave. I tell your brain, it's okay. It's okay to do this, because right now we are stuck. And I know you're trying to keep me safe and comfortable, but the magic, everybody knows this, the magic lies on the other side of being comfortable. So you're into self-development, I'm sure you've heard, you might have heard it, in different areas multiple times, that if you want to grow, if you want change, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get on the other side. That's actually why I named my business, my website, Over the Rainbow, because I know I'm on the gold side. I know what's on the other side. I've been where you are. And I can help you go on the other side so you can be happy, because you deserve to have it all. You deserve to be happy and you deserve to be healthy.